Church, Dallas, Texas. Pastor Haynes.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm blessed this morning, man. I know you got a good word.
Oh, Rick, today I simply want to talk about I thank God for leftovers. I don't know about you, but
Come on now.
My daughter helped me with something last week. She said that after Thanksgiving, the best eating is the day after because you get to throw down on leftovers. And before you know it, that turkey becomes a turkey sandwich, turkey salad. But the bottom line is, it ain't what you had, it's what you have left over. And the good news is that every now and then in life, we have to thank God for what we have left over, because all of us have experienced the pain of loss. All of us have known something about not being where we want to be. But listen, I've learned to be grateful for what I have left over. When you're grateful for what you have left over, you remember that every now and then you may not have what you used to have, but you're still blessed with what you have left over. And sometimes we got to thank God for what's left. We got to thank God for what we still have, and thank God that we are still here. And when you thank God for what you still have and what you're still and that you're still here, the good news is there is still hope. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to thank God for what I have left over. I'm going to grub on the leftovers, have an attitude of gratitude about the leftovers, because God is still blessing me, and God can bless you with what you have left over.
Come on now. Good word this morning, Pastor Haynes. We really appreciate that. And Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is, Pastor Haynes. Let's get into some music. Love you, man.
Love you, Ricky. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too.
Tragic.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment is being brought to you by Indeed. With Indeed Instant Match, just sponsor a post and immediately receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. So yesterday, the World Health Organization said that based on the evidence, there is a very high global risk from the new Omicron variant of COVID-19. President Biden told Americans, however, that while the variant is a cause for concern, it is, quote, not a cause for panic. At 8:22 today, Eastern, 7:22 Central, our very own Dr. M.J. Collier will join us to talk about the new Omicron variant of COVID. Meanwhile, a federal judge yesterday blocked the Biden administration from enforcing a COVID vaccine mandate on thousands of healthcare workers in 10 Republican-led states that had challenged it. And last but certainly not least, the House committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol scheduled a contempt vote for Jeffrey Clark, who was a Justice Department lawyer during the Trump administration who supported Trump as he tried to overturn election results. Clark appeared for a deposition earlier this month, but told lawmakers that he would not answer any questions. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, just log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Where I see the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Already, man. Shout out to the Washington football team for handling business last night against the Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football, beating Seattle. LSU has a new head football coach coming their way. They're still in Notre Dame's coach Brian Kelly away from them to come coach them LSU Tigers out there.
You going?
That's what it's looking like. It's getting very, very close.
He got a 10-year deal.
That's what they're discussing right now. So by
But
the time
what? He don't win nothing.
well, he averages about 10 games a year.
Man, talk to Rock G.
What matters is he doesn't win the championship.
Right, and that's
Right.
We understand that much, but doggone, when you got that
But I'm
250,
not paying them 10 years.
when you got
Right.
$250-300 million coming your way, okay, let's go. And you got an opportunity to go coach a team like LSU. You put you in the SEC. So come on, man. I mean, we're going to see. We're about to find out how good of a coach he's going to be. Oklahoma Sooners, they lost their coach, Lincoln Riley, who is now a USC Trojan head coach. That came out of nowhere, shocked everybody. And the fastest man in the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill, is still trying to get the fastest man ever to race him. Talking about retired Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt. They've been going back and forth talking noise with each other. He wants to bet his Super Bowl ring for one of Usain Bolt's gold medals.
Oh, wow.
He don't want that.
He's saying Usain is ducking him.
What you think, bro?
Usain is like, man, I ain't ducking. He says, man, he don't even want to do that. So, okay, here's how it would work. Now, Usain runs the 100 meters and the 200 meters, of course.
Right.
You know, Tyreek Hill specializes in the 40 meters and the 60 meters.
Right.
So they would try to meet halfway somewhere, maybe 70 to 75 meters to race. He don't want Usain Bolt, man. I'm telling you, come on.
At all.
Come on, man.
You think Usain can still smoke?
I promise you he
right.
can still run. I promise.
Right.
He may not still be at that elite world record level, but he still can. Come on, man.
It's hard to beat a dark-skinned dude named Tyreek, though.
With longer legs.
Right.
Yeah, with longer legs. That dude would kill him.
Tyreek got that hood fast.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, dog. We can discuss this. We can debate this bad boy, but Gary, what you got, man?
All right, y'all. People saying just because
I bet Gary can beat Tyreek Hill.
I sure could. Yeah. Make no error, baby. Now, people saying just because you're rich and famous don't mean you have class, honey. Who am I talking about? Cardi B and her husband, Austin. Now, it was reported, y'all, that they were recently dining at the Brooklyn Chop House, y'all, in New York the other day. And they're saying, y'all, that the restaurant was packed. But Miss Cardi B and her husband decided to show up with a group of people, honey, of 10, and they ain't had no reservation. Now, they're saying that the couple showed up to the packed restaurant for a private dinner experience, except they didn't have a reservation. Now, they said the restaurant had to sway y'all an existing party with booze on the house to get them to finish their dinner party sooner, so the hot spot could accommodate the music couple and their crew of 10 people. Now, they're saying that the patrons were on the dessert. Some was eating their dessert, having a good time, and they say, but the restaurant brought them over bottles of Cristal and free dessert to get them to vacate the area for Cardi and her group. Now, they said getting the fellow diners to wrap up their dinner sooner, however, wasn't a hard sell. They said that they happily obliged once they got the bottles of Cristal. Now, Cardi and all said y'all waited for about 15 minutes for the group to relocate to the bar's lobby, where they ended up popping the expensive bubbly and finishing their meal. Now, it's being reported that the power couple only spent over $1,000 on dinner and tipped an additional $1,000 for the service, y'all. Would y'all have given up y'all seats for Cardi B to come eat, and knowing if you're rich and famous, you should have somebody to call the restaurant to make a reservation for you to come? Not just
if I was done or almost done, whether it was Cardi B or anybody, you know, with my polite self, I'll just get on up and tell them to come on in and enjoy themselves. I'll be sleepy anyway. Right. Just because after I ate, I'm ready to go take a nap and go somewhere later. I don't want to sit in no restaurant and catch COVID.
Okay. But, Ricky, you know, most of our cousins like to sit down and sip on a $5 drink all night and don't get out their seat and stuff and what have you.
That's why they closed Golden Corral. They couldn't get no tables.
Yep, couldn't get no tables, honey. And Luby's, honey. So, they like
what did in Piccadilly's?
All of them.
Sit there and eat and won't get up and go home. Can't nobody else get no table and ran them out of business.
Out of business, honey.
It was very classy for the restaurant to give them a bottle of Cris to pop and some dessert, because they did not have to do that. It's already a very, very busy place. So that was very classy of them. And $1,000 tip.
But is $1,000 on food a lot of money for rich people like that at a chop shop?
Food is food, Gary. Rich or not, a steak costs what a steak costs.
But $1,000 don't seem like that much money they spend. They could at least spend $5 or something.
Gary, you just trying to waste money.
Anyway, those people left, honey. So congratulations, Cardi was able to eat, honey. They said she took pictures with everybody, honey, and smiled and everything.
So sweet.
Yeah, you do stuff like that. You know, just what people won't think that you're entitled and stuff. And so go around, speak to people, make people comfortable, because it could have went the other way.
Yeah. So, congratulations to all of them that ate. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Day Lily. On the high end, you say Day Lily, and on the low end, you say beautiful goldish orange. That's your color for today, honey. Brad, what you got coming up in the house?
Why you gotta say it like that, Day Lily?
Day Lily.
I thought it was me.
Coming up next in the hot spot, Trey Songz is being investigated. I'm gonna tell you why up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The time right now is the bottom of the hour. This segment is being brought to you by the Oral-B IO electric toothbrush. Give you that professional clean feel at home every single day. Check it out at oral-b.com and brush like a pro. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Oh, man, Trey Songz is reportedly being investigated by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department regarding claims of sexual assault, and it was an incident that occurred at the Cosmopolitan. Now, according to TMZ, the police report was filed on Sunday. He was in town celebrating his 37th birthday at Dre's nightclub, and a source at the hotel says that Trey and his crew brought a group of women back to the hotel from the club before things allegedly took a turn. Now, Trey is reportedly cooperating with the investigation and no arrests have been made. Man, after y'all perform, just take y'all ass home. Just go home. Just go to the hotel.
When they gonna learn, Rick?
After all these years of performing, you should be used to that and over that.
Come on now.
My
You don't
goodness.
do no random stuff like that.
Yeah, we ain't doing none of that no more.
No, like
No
we
chicks to the
so
hotel.
grown and we older now like
We
that.
don't even want you backstage.
Not
Gone.
even in the lobby.
Not
Please,
at all.
keep it moving.
Don't even ride in the
Don't
elevator.
even meet me at the
Okay.
Waffle House.
If
We
you
don't
get
do
on the
none of that
elevator,
no
I'm
more.
getting off. Exactly.
These guys got to learn, man. I don't even feel sorry for them at this point.
Man.
They got to learn.
That's the sad thing, man.
Man.
It's a game.
Man, I
Hate
don't
to say it.
understand. I don't understand, Lord. All right,
Or
y'all.
just
well,
keep your phone on and film whatever go down. Film it.
Have
Yeah,
somebody with you to be a
something.
witness that you didn't do anything.
Yeah, like another chick.
No, that's the problem.
Yeah, that could go wrong.
Sorry about that, y'all.
I feel the sentiment, though. I'm with you.
All right, y'all. Moving on. So the family of 9-year-old Ezra Blunt, the youngest victim in the Astroworld tragedy, has declined Travis Scott's offer to pay for his funeral. Now, according to Rolling Stone, Bill Hillard, the Blunt family lawyer, he wrote in a letter, "Your client's offer is declined. I have no doubt Mr. Scott feels remorse. His journey ahead will be painful. He must face and hopefully see that he bears some of the responsibility for this tragedy." Hillard's statement in this response to a letter from Scott's attorney, Daniel Petroselli, which reads, "Travis is devastated by the tragedy that occurred at the Astroworld Festival and grieves for the families who lost loved ones or passed away or were injured. Travis is committed to doing his part to help the families who have suffered to begin the long process of healing in the Houston community. Travis would like to pay for the funeral expenses for Mr. Blunt's son." Well, the Blunt family filed a gross negligence lawsuit against Scott, Cactus Jack Records, Live Nation, and promoter Scoremore Management, and they claim they failed at their duty to protect the health and safety and lives of the attendees. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Also, y'all, Kanye West has deleted all of his Instagram posts after losing his friend Virgil Abloh, who passed away from cancer at the age of 41. Now, according to TMZ, Kanye was one of the few people who knew that Virgil was suffering from cancer. Meanwhile, Ye's estranged wife, Kim Kardashian, posted a tribute to Virgil saying, "God doesn't make mistakes. I know that, but I still can't help ask why. Why Virgil? Why him so soon? It's simply hard to understand why. I have a hard time understanding why so many pure souls were taken away so early." Yeah, that's sad.
It is.
Last but not least, according to CNBC, PA prosecutors have asked the U.S. Supreme Court to review the lower court's ruling that overturned Bill Cosby's sexual assault conviction. Oh, Lord. The petition was filed last Wednesday by the District Attorney's Office in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, and today it was made available to the public. Now, back in June, Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled that the non-prosecution agreement with the prior prosecutor should have precluded him from being criminally charged in the case. Now, the petition calls for the U.S. Supreme Court to consider whether that agreement, in which the prosecutor Bruce Castor promised not to file criminal charges against Bill if he testified in a civil court, should be treated as a grant of immunity. Ooh. What y'all think? Can they just leave Bill Cosby alone, please?
I mean, he already did. I think he did enough.
It's-
Enough time. They're just trying to.
Come on. How old is Bill Cosby, y'all?
86, I think.
My goodness, please let that man just live. Okay. We all feel like he suffered enough, but maybe I guess the The victims don't. I don't know how they feel. I can't speak for them. Oh, I got one more thing real quick. Well, no, yeah, I'll come back and tell you about that.
No. Go ahead, real quick.
Okay. Well, Young Dolph's family, y'all, they released a statement on his death. The 26-year-old rapper, he was shot and killed in November. November 17th at Makita's Cookies in Memphis. The statement released said, there are no words that exist that sufficiently express the pain that we are feeling as a family. Losing Adolph Dolph, man changes our lives forever. And while we take each day as it comes, we're comforted in knowing that he leaves a legacy that reflects his heart. A heart that was for his family. A heart that was for the people. We are grateful for the outpouring of love. As a family, we are blessed to call him our son, our nephew, our brother, our cousin, our partner, and our father. And now we have the honor of calling him our angel, a role that he has always played. Ooh. Oh man, that's so sad. We still sending prayers and condolences to the family of Young Dolph. We miss him because he was a great spirit and he had a huge heart. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, I think we got a little bit of Reverend Hoop and Holla. And we got the wake-up call. So hit us up at 8669 Ricky, 8669 RICKEY. The time now is 24 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Today's scripture, we gonna come from Leviticus 28. Do not cut your bodies for the dead. Or put tattoo marks on yourself. Tattoo is fine. I'm gonna go against that. You can put a tattoo. But just stop cutting yourself up. We love you just the way you are. Saw you leaving Sunday school class. Thought you looked familiar. Hey, Deacon Sugarcane, is that Sister Smith? Noticed that your chest and butt was bigger and your waistline small. I could have sworn that was her, but I ain't for sure. You used to be size 16. Now you a size 8. That's more than a miracle to happen. That dress is fitting tight. That's against God. But something just ain't right. You need to come clean, sister. Across the border. Don't tell me this is diet and exercise. The devil is a lie. We gon' pray for you. Why you wanna change your body? Why? Don't BBL your body. BBL stand for Brazilian butt. They putting cement in your booty. Got a whole sidewalk up your men don't care about no belly. Waistline gon' tell me I'm blind. Got your breasts pushed up too high. Can't see. They sitting up by your eyes. It's harder for you to walk in heels. Your calf muscles and legs you can't feel. Out here saying it ain't real. Wait a minute, you done got rid of your belly. Got shots in that lumpy booty. You better not come crying to me. Girl, please. Saying red, pray for me some more. Heaven you might not go. Should've gone. Why you wanna change your body? Don't BBL your body. Brazilian butt lift. They putting cement in your booty. A whole driveway. Men don't care about no belly. Not at all. We'll hold it. You don't have to be so. Now you are wearing fake hair. Girl, you know the hair ain't yours. Even that little baby hair. You don't even have edges. You know that hair didn't grow there. You never had edges. Your hair pattern don't match there. That's curly and you know better. It's Reverend Hoop and Holly, y'all.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. It's a very sad day in the world, y'all, honey. If y'all haven't heard the shocking news, it's being reported that Tiffany Haddish and Carmen have gone their separate ways, y'all, according to People. Now, they're saying, y'all, that, quote, they are never in the same city together, and both of them are just too busy for a serious relationship. Now, they're saying reps for both stars didn't immediately immediately respond to a request, and there's no comment. But they're saying their split comes over a year after Haddish revealed, y'all, that she and Carmen were dating in an interview, y'all. Now they're saying, quote, she said, I'm in a relationship. And she said, honey, before confirming that she was dating Carmen. She's 41 and he's 49, y'all. But nevertheless, right now, they are no longer together. And I told y'all they were not going to be together because they really weren't even in a relationship. We never saw them together. You may have seen them once or twice. Once or twice. And that's what you may have seen them together, but you ain't never seen them, honey. He just really just claimed her and whatever. Carmen went through a lot. Y'all know he told y'all that he was sexually abused as a child, so he went through a lot. And he ain't got time for Tiffany Haddish with all that noise, all that talking and stuff that she does. So
Gary, they came out
with you on that
publicly,
Yes.
and they said that they're together. What more do you want to see?
They together? They not together.
Well, now they're not, but they were together before. What makes you think that it never was real?
Because, honey, he ain't never just came out and hugged her and claimed her and said we together. We ain't never seen no pictures of them together, like just being together, like regular couples like Kanye and Kim. We ain't never seen none of that. And I told you.
Well, they were married, Gary, and they have about 5 kids together. That's different. They were just dating.
Well, anyway, they're not together. So
They said he was just smashing.
So he wasn't even
Pretty
doing
much.
that, y'all. I don't even think that was going on. I just think that was a big ploy, honey. I do not think Carmen and Tiffany were together, child. That was just, they were just doing that, honey, for publicity. Or she was doing it for publicity. So we just got to keep her lifted in prayer.
They were a cute couple.
I think so too.
That they were a couple?
Yeah, I think they were cute. I mean, so what? They wasn't in public. They ain't made it want to do it in public.
Well, guess what? They told us in public that they were together.
They didn't have a choice.
And we've been talking about him, and you obviously believed it because now you're saying they broke up.
No, I said they never was together. I knew they weren't together. So, anyway, all right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Oh, my God. Wendy Williams, y'all know they're saying that she's not coming back to her show. But now people and fans are speaking out there saying they will no longer watch the show if Miss Williams not on it. They say they don't care who on there. Sherry Shepard, they say they don't care if, honey, Devin Simone, Beverly Smith, nobody. They said they will no longer be watching the show if Miss Williams is not going to be there, honey. So they say, please just go ahead and pull the plug on the show because they not gonna watch it. So we gotta keep Wendy lifted up in our prayers, y'all, too, because we love Wendy Williams, and there's nobody better than her could do her show. I mean, you could put, like they said, you could put any other queen up in that seat, but that queen won't be me. So, honey, Miss Williams said it won't be her if they put somebody else in that seat. So we're gonna see if the show come back or if it goes off the air. But it's definitely gonna be missed, honey, without Wendy, y'all, because I like Wendy, and I'm sure we all like Wendy too. So hopefully, whatever's going to be is definitely going to be out. All right, moving on in other celebrity news. Oh, Brad, you might could chime in on this one. People are wondering, y'all, how much money Mariah Carey make, honey, for All I Want for Christmas. Because, some people saying the song come on. A lot of people love the song, and, she's been doing it, y'all, for quite a while now. But people are wondering, how much does she make for this song? So Celebrity Net calculated that Carey she gets somewhere between $600,000 to $1 million, y'all, each December when the song's popularity shoots up. Now they're saying, she unseated y'all the Chipmunk song and all these other little Christmas songs, and people saying that people love Mariah Carey and stuff, and she's doing a great job on it. So it's streaming, y'all, and people love it. And I like the song, to be honest, which I love Mariah's song, because we love Mariah dearly, don't we, Brad?
Of course we do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gary, ain't she dropping some new Christmas songs this year?
I don't know. Brad, is she dropping some new songs?
Yes, she is.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good then. Because, she got to pay for them children and take care of them children, honey. So,
baby, $1 million every December for something that you already did, that's a bag.
Is it? Because I was wondering.
Would you take it?
Right.
Well, yeah.
$1 million is still $1 million.
Yeah, they said she could make close to $2 million, y'all, from the streaming when they doing it every year. So congratulations to Mariah Carey. People still talking about Mariah, and when she was talking about them cheering. When they told her, they said, girl, you got them step children gonna come over, and she broke down Step Baby. Miss Mariah said, wait a minute, girl. Step. She said, you got to be married, honey, to have Step. But nevertheless, she did that.
She said, Gary.
Yes, baby. She said, honey, don't come here stepping with her, baby. Not with all them little, I ain't going to say nothing else. But anyway, congratulations, Mariah. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today,
that was messy. You know what? That was real damn messy. You didn't even have to say all that.
At all.
I'm just saying, listen. You found your way through that one.
Tracked mud all through that kitchen.
No.
He did what? Grow a special game?
He tracked mud all through that kitchen.
Oh, baby. You had to be married. But you didn't hear it from me.
I'm not supposed to pull that out. Let it go. The color today is day lily. On the high, you say day lily. On the low, you say beautiful goldish orange. That's your color for the day.
And thank you, Brad, for using restraint this morning. Because, you start talking about Mariah Carey. That's Brad's best friend.
I can't
Brad said, I'm just going to let you make it.
You let him make it.
Brad, you done came a long way, Brad.
I really have. I'm really proud of myself.
The Lord been dealing with you.
Yes. I ought to be glad.
Ought to be glad. Y'all give it a guy with the team.
One time.
All right, y'all. It's time morning show. Time for the wake up call. Get at me 866-9 Ricky. Here we go.
Come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. They woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, go and be better. Wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Ricky Smiley morning show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
This is Viola Turner from Orlando, Florida. It's time for you, Crossing God, to wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up call to my two best friends, Emu, and Doug. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. My name is Keisha. I'm from Zebulon, North Carolina, and I need all my Zebulon people to wake up, wake up, wake up.
I want everybody from the 918 to the 405 to wake on up, man, and get the residuals.
Good morning from G Baby and Imani in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we want to say,
wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Counselor Latricia Crusoe from the city of Bessemer, rolling with Rickey Smiley. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Love y'all.
Charleston, wake up. In Rouge, wake up. Taylor has said, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. In Albany, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brad.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right, y'all. More Awareness Month, our very own fitness expert, Maria Moore, shared that she had a breast cancer scare, and thankfully she's fine. But unfortunately, I have lost too many women in my life to breast cancer, especially at my church, my old church. So I asked the next guest to come back and give us an update on the work that she is doing to help save lives with the Lift Your Pearls and Check Your Girls initiative. Y'all help me welcome back to the show the CEO of the nonprofit organization Sisters Inspiring Sisters Incorporated, or SISI. Terry Spicer. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me back.
Sarah Terry in the building. Thank you for everything that you're doing now. The SISI, pronounced SISSY organization, it's really SISI organization, has a year-round campaign called Lift Your Pearls and Check Your Girls. Now, remind our listeners, what is it that is, why they need to get involved?
It's because, again, we're trying to get 1 million black women in to get their annual screenings. It's so important to find concerns before they become symptoms. So many women, pay attention to everything, but Ricky, their breast health is so important. And again, black women lead, they die from breast cancer at a 41% higher rate than anybody. We love being number one, but we've got to break that cycle. We've got to break that cycle up.
Well, Miss Terry, can you give us an update on how things are going and growing since you were here with us in October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
I can't thank you all enough for this platform. Thousands of women have joined our group. We've got a huge demographic of women from around the country, every single state, except for
Congratulations.
And these women in their 50s and 60s are saying that this is the first time that they've, gone in to get their annual screening. They are putting their pearls on, and they're sending pictures and posting pictures saying, I checked my girls, I lifted my pearls, and I checked my girls. So it's quite amazing. And also I want to let you guys know that we are launching the Pearl Advocacy Program, which will be a deliberate network of professionals, caregivers, and survivors in each state. And we're building a national database of resources for free mammograms. And can I add, women from 7 countries have also joined this effort. I mean, thank you so much for what you're allowing us to do. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You're doing such an amazing job in talking about these resources. So the Sissy organization offers transportation assistance to cancer patients in 16 states. Now, transportation is often the hindrance between getting life-saving surgeries, chemotherapy, and radiation treatment. So can you please let our listeners know how they can help with that?
Yes, indeed. We really, truly need support. Funding is really, truly the lifeline to the work that we do, and we want to broaden that. So on this incredible Giving Tuesday, if they could go to our website, www.thesissy.org, and also join our group, 1 million Black women lift your pearls and check your girls, because, again, getting to their treatment, getting to those medical appointments, it saves lives. But unfortunately, transportation is a hindrance. And so many people live in areas where the resources are so minimal or not at all. And so the Sissy, our platform is to provide transportation assistance. And we want to do it on a much bigger scale, but we need the funding to be able to do that.
Hey, what city are you located?
I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna have to schedule an event there, and I'm gonna have to come down where we can do a big fundraiser.
Come on, sir, come on.
Yeah,
that would be wonderful.
Yeah, we definitely a big ballroom and get all the movers and shakers to come out and do a presentation so people could. Because I'm talking about you really helping a lot of people. And we just got a lot of work to do, and this is just only the beginning. Now, do you have a Facebook group where women and your partner organizations are coming together to support your efforts? And how can listeners find it and connect with you and offer support on this Giving Tuesday?
Absolutely. The Facebook group is called 1 million, the number 1M, 1 million Black women lift your pearls and check your girls. We want this group to grow by the hundreds of thousands because we want to get these women in. And so, Ricky, if they come on in, but I'm telling you, women from everywhere are joining this group, and they're saying thank you for the information they didn't know. It's really quite amazing. Again, you take care of everything. You go get your physicals done, but you ignore your breast health. So I'm so excited that women are pouring and saying, I want to help. I want to be a part of this. Medical professionals, women who are in the group, women outside of the group, we've got men saying they want to help and support this effort. So we want to be able to provide transportation assistance in this regard as well to help women to get to these mammograms, again, that find these issues early before they become symptoms. So this is really, truly amazing. And again, if people would just lift their hearts, lift their purse strings, pockets, wallets, to, again, choose the Sissy today and help us help more cancer patients get to life-saving treatment towards survivorship.
And thank you so much for coming on. I told you we're not playing about this right here. I've seen too many people, lose their life, their battle the cancer, and this is really serious. So it's important to have you on every month. Y'all help me give it up. A CEO of the organization Sisters Inspiring Sisters Incorporated, Sissy, or you can call it Sissy for short, Miss Terry Spicer. And make sure that you lift your pearls and check your girls. Hey, congratulations, and we support you 100%, y'all. Time now 25 before the top of the hour. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Yes, sir. Black Tony, what's going on? Hello.
Hey, Shady, you know what?
Not coming in?
Sometimes I just want to give up on life, Shady. I just want to give up. Sometimes, Shady, I'm so
give up on not coming to calling in sick every day. Give up on that.
I'm not sick, Shady. I'm not sick. Stop saying that I'm sick, Shady. I'm not sick.
Well, bro, why you calling in every day?
Shady, I can't come in today. You definitely don't want me to come in another day. Trust me on that, Shady. You don't want me to come in another day. You evil none of y'all want me to come in another day. You know why? Because everything I got stink right now. Everything I got stink right now.
What happened?
Because of my damn sister, Quita.
Yeah.
Quita came over here with that damn girl she go with. And
right.
that girl cat stink. Because that girl got a cat. And the cat, I guess it got into it back in the alley with a skunk. And the skunk sprayed the cat. And she done came up in there with this stinking ass cat. And I ain't got no closet, so all my clothes in the living room on the couch.
Yeah.
And that stinking ass cat that laid up on my clothes and got all my clothes stinking, smelling like that damn cat.
Bruh.
And she talking about the only way we gonna get the stank off of there, somebody got to shave it. And they telling me I got to shave this damn cat. I don't know how to shave no cat.
Take it down. I can't say
You
that.
ever shaved the cat?
I can't say it all. I can't say that. We can kick on that.
Even don't you like animals? You and Brad, don't y'all like animals? You ever shaved the cat?
I mean,
I don't know
of
if you can.
sorts. I know Brat does have dogs. She's might have shaved a cat
Oh,
before.
maybe you should take it down there to that place where they do Brazilian wax.
Ain't gonna let them off, Rick. Again.
I'm a
Yeah, man, go take the day off. That's how we'll see you tomorrow.
I'm gonna go to the White House and wash out my clothes.
All right, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Bledsoe. We'll see you tomorrow.
This church is boring. I ain't never gonna get saved up in here.
This Sunday, it's going down. This ain't your grandmama's church. The new Mount Moriah, Episcopal, Brighter Day, United Methodist, Macedonia Church of God. And the Bishop Cleophas Snoop Watkins brings you Sold Out Sunday. Come worship in the hottest church in the city with valet parking, 50 flat screen TVs, a VIP shouting section, and the nation's heated jacuzzi baptismal pool.
What about us, sugar?
Oh, and we ain't forgot about you, Sister Eugene. Every third Sunday is the $500 Sexiest Church Hat Contest. Special invited guests, Mary and Kurt Franklin.
Hey, man, what about the thugs?
And special guest, newly saved, Waka Flocka Flay. Hallelujah.
Hey.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah. So
Hallelujah. 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 Sold Out Sundays with communion shots all service long, Jiffy Cornbread Body of Christ, and iced out Martin Luther King fans. The new Mount Moriah, Episcopal, Brighter Day, United Methodist, Macedonia Church of God. Be there.
Ooh, I got to go there. Where is church at?
This is the Reverend Cleophas Snoop Watkins. Come worship with me and my celebrity saints this and every Sunday at the Old Circuit City Building on West 93rd Street.
Oh, that's just black talk.
It gotta be. I will be going to that church. Gary, what you got coming up next?
Hold it.
He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick Smiley Morning Show, 4 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right. If you don't absolutely love what you do, go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. She said, I started doing everything I could think of, honey, to be as skinny as I could possibly be. Being obsessive about my weight loss, y'all. Actress and TV personality, y'all, Tammy Roman, she opened up, y'all, for the first time about a body image disorder that, has left her on a constant pursuit, y'all, to being skinny. Now, the 50-year-old, she shared this experience while she was on The Real recently, and they were saying, y'all, that the ladies were discussing body dysmorphic disorder when Roma, admitted, y'all, that she was suffering from the mental health disorder. She said, quote, it's something that I don't talk about often, so this is like the first time because I feel comfortable to talk about it. She said that with the ladies and what have you. But kind of what really triggered that was, she said, when she was 13, she was pursuing a modeling career, and in New York City. She said, but during that visit to the agency, the modeling agent ripped her to shreds, honey, picking apart her less than 120-pound, 5'9" teenage frame. She said, quote, she literally stood in front of a mirror and said, "You've got back folds. You've got fat over your knees. You need to do something with your shin. Your breasts are sagging. And Tammy recalled it. She said, and I went home that night, she said, and from that moment, every time she looked at herself in the mirror, she said she could find something wrong with herself, unquote. And I saw Tammy on the show, and I almost didn't even recognize her. You know, I mean, this is something that they say these modeling agencies do. Now, Eva, you're a model. Did you have to go through situations like this when you were going through it?
I did, and I was blessed enough to have a mentor like Tyra that prepared me for it, because they really are like, it's like sports. They're literally there just for how you look. So they don't care about your feelings. And at 13 years old, that is such an impressionable age. And obviously it's been ingrained in her head all these years. It's super sad, but it definitely happens.
Really? I mean, because she really looked different. But hopefully and prayerfully, y'all, that she get back on track, you know, because when she was telling this to Lonnie, I mean, she just broke down crying, honey. She just profusely cried, and she just couldn't believe this. You know, this was going on. And she was happy that Tammy talked about it, because everybody was wondering, because I was wondering what was, you know, actually going on with her, because she did look different from the last time I saw her and what have you. So, you know, hopefully and prayerfully, you know, everything gets well with Tammy, and, you know, she gets back on the right track. All right, speaking of the right track, y'all, Justin Millette, honey, he's back in court, y'all. They say he finally standing trial for allegedly staging that racist and homophobic attack that he reported to the cops, honey, which brought lots of backup. Now, they're saying that the actor was greeted out by a huge crowd of reporters and photographers on his way into the courthouse Monday. Now, they're saying Justin was flanked by 7 family members, including his lovely sister, Miss Journey Smollett, as he strolled, y'all, into face charges of felony disorderly conduct over the alleged January 2019 attack, y'all. Now, they're saying that a grand jury indicted him last year on 6 counts, all related to lying to cops about the incident, and he pleaded not guilty to all the charges, y'all. And they're saying, you know, originally, you know, he was hit with 16 charges, but all of them were dropped. They said they dropped all the charges on him back then, so but now I guess they put him in court to see what's going on. They said, but those brothers, Abel and Ola Uwazando, eventually came forward and claimed the whole thing was staged, y'all. So we're going to see how that all turned out. Brad, that's your Chicago, and I know y'all love to rave Chicago, honey. How's everything? Have you heard anything about anybody, anything about the situation?
Jesse is a strong individual. He's got a lot of family support, and we're just going to keep him in our prayers to see, you know, what happens. Yeah, Chicago all day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, good. Well, we just going to keep
Get them together, Brad.
We're going to keep a view on that and make sure and everything be all right, because we don't want nothing to happen, honey, in Chicago. We love the shy. Is that how they say it?
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we do. Okay. Shout out to everybody in Chicago. Chi-Town, stand up. Don't let Gary get away with it.
She is not taking the bait today.
Not today.
No, today ain't the day.
Speaking of shy, y'all, Kanye West said he's going to help the homeless crisis, honey. Now, they're saying he's on a mission, y'all, to help the homeless population of Los Angeles, meeting with charitable organizations and coming up, y'all, with strategies that he believes can help to ease the growing problem in the city, y'all. Now, they're saying Kanye stopped by the L.A. mission to drop off 1,000 meals, y'all, last week. Nice. But they say, but turns out he also took time to meet with the people in charge. They're saying that he was sitting down with the Reverend Troy Vaughn, the CEO of LA Mission, and they said he laid out 4 ways he believes, y'all, that he could help the homeless. This is great. They say first, Kanye wants to create a plan, y'all, to continue feeding the unhoused by establishing a relationship with orgs across the city. They say he also wants to use his own companies, y'all, to help provide education, jobs, and housing. And they say he also believes that he can use his platform and Sunday service, y'all, to inspire and uplift the homeless community in LA in only ways, y'all, his artistry has with others, y'all. Now, they say finally Kanye wants to partner with other groups tackling the crisis and combine their efforts with his ability to provide a bold and innovative vision for the future. So congratulations to Kanye. They don't have homelessness in Chicago, Brad, do you know?
Oh.
Well, I mean, because Kanye's from Chicago.
Of course they do. They have homelessness in every city.
I wonder why he ain't helping Chicago and he's doing L.A.
Can't say the whole city.
Huh?
You can't say the whole city.
He helps in a lot of places, Gary. When he was there, he helped. He does a lot for a lot of different cities.
Oh, okay, because I didn't know why he didn't do Chicago first. And then, you know, they say charity starts at home.
I believe it's bigger. I believe there's more homeless people in Los Angeles. The count is larger.
17,000 people on that one block.
Yeah, like
really?
you can ride down a block and it's nothing but home. Yep, Skid Row.
Oh,
That's where he's at.
And that's something. Even you from LA, you could get with Kanye.
I
and
know
y'all
the
could,
mission. I work at. I donate time. So the fact that Kanye lives in Los Angeles and spends a lot of time there, it makes a lot of sense where he would have a heart to help the people he sees as he goes to and fro. Because there are a lot of homeless people in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
A lot.
All right, the color today is Daylily. On the high end, you say Daylily, and on the low end, you say beautiful goldish orange. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The World Health Organization says that the Omicron variant of the coronavirus first discovered in South Africa last week is likely to quickly spread around the globe, and it could result in severe consequences. We got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier on with us this morning, letting you know what you need to know and how we should prepare going into the winter month. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and thank you so much for the opportunity to clear up some of the misinformation that's already being spread about the Omicron variant. This is what they are calling a VOC, or variant of concern. And the reason they are concerned about it is because the Delta variant had 9 mutations on it. The Omicron variant has over 50 mutations, and at least 30 of those are on the spike protein. Now, why is that important? Because each and every one of the vaccines that we have targets the spike proteins, and that is a question as to whether the vaccines will remain efficacious against the Omicron variant. So when people are diagnosed with it, there are doctors that are treating patients that have been diagnosed with this, and they are saying that particularly people that have been vaccinated, they're having mild symptoms. The most predominant symptom is fatigue. It's not just feeling tired, but what we call malaise in the medical community. So it's super tired, or tired, more tired than you usually are. Usually accompanied with some upper respiratory tract symptoms, the most common being a sore throat or a scratchy throat. And so the recommendation is if you're feeling not yourself for more than 24 hours, then you need to be tested. Make sure that you're getting tested. And amazingly enough, the PCR testing that's available is confirming that disease state indirectly. They have to do genetic testing to absolutely make sure that it's Omicron variant, but there are some things about the PCR test that will lead you to believe that that is the case. Up to this point, no cases diagnosed in the United States, but already found in 19 other countries, which is why they are restricting air travel, particularly from South Africa, where it was originally found. But most experts think it's already in the United States. We just haven't been able to genetically identify it to date. But probably by the end of the week, we'll have it identified in the U.S. So the recommendations being, 1, get vaccinated. If you have had your vaccine completed, you've had 2 doses of the Pfizer or the Moderna, you need to get the booster dose. If you've had 1 dose of the Johnson & Johnson, you need to get another dose of it. Also, we're going to have to go back to social distancing and mask wearing in crowded conditions. You'll have an opportunity to socialize a little more around Christmas, but I think in the next few weeks we're going to see some major changes in the recommendations as to when people are gathering, because it was real loose at Thanksgiving, and I'm afraid that if people continue to do what they did at Thanksgiving, that at Christmas we're going to have super spreader events all over.
All right, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Me and my wife, we were late getting our second Moderna shot. We're a couple of months late getting our second Moderna shot. Are we okay to go ahead and get that shot, or should we go ahead and schedule another 2 shots?
No, you're okay to get the second shot. Just a recommendation, you can get it within 3 to 4 weeks of the first shot. That's the recommendation. But they found that people that are getting it months late are still getting good immune responses. So get the second one at this point. Plan on getting the third one as well, but don't hesitate. We have a lot of people that have gotten 1 shot. For whatever reason, they did not get the second one. Sometimes they had side effects and they're afraid to get the second one. But remember what Dr. Collier tells you. Take a non-sedating antihistamine. Take an anti-inflammatory such as Motrin, Advil, or Aleve. Start taking it the day before you get the shot, and then that decreases the chance that you have any side effects, particularly sore arm and just fatigue.
All right, y'all, Dr. Collier, good morning.
Dr. Collier, I read an article that was stating there's I think in other countries, 15% of healthcare workers, they are COVID resistant. I was just wondering, since 15% of these people are COVID resistant, that should mean 15% of the population should be, COVID resistant. I just wonder what he thought about that.
Well, people that are working in healthcare have a unique exposure. They're getting exposed at much higher concentrations than people that are not in healthcare. But that, again, this is just indicating that natural immunity is there, and other countries are starting to recognize it. It's even being talked about and discussed now in the United States. They are even considering that as far as this Omicron variant is concerned, how good is your natural immunity from having had the disease process, regardless of your vaccination status? That's one of the things they're looking at, as well as whether the vaccines continue to be efficacious against the Omicron variant.
All right, John, Dr. Collier, good morning.
Okay, so my question is, I've heard the myth that the vaccine, or even if you've had COVID, is going to be in your bodily fluids, like in your blood or in your semen so I'm just curious, like if you've been vaccinated, can it be transmitted? If somebody doesn't want to be vaccinated and they're with somebody that's been vaccinated, they're worried about something being transmitted to them through bodily fluid. If that makes sense.
That is a good point. The rumor is, and this is a truism, the virus gets in your body fluid. So if you have been contaminated with the virus and have had COVID, it is in all of your body fluid, including saliva and vaginal secretions, but not the vaccine. The vaccine is not detected in your bodily fluids. That's not the way the vaccine works. So you are, unfortunately, there are people that want to get immunized by telling people, well, you've had the vaccine, so let's swap body fluids and I can get immunized secondarily. That's not the case. So not the vaccine, but the disease state proper can be found in body fluids, and it is transmissible that way.
Vaginal secretions. Well, that's some fire right there.
Putting them words together.
Ooh, boy, men and rope, we didn't Google that back.
That's how you say it.
Secretions. All right, let's go to the next call.
We ain't mature enough to have this conversation.
Yeah, Dr. Collier, we ain't ready.
All right, John, Dr. Collier, good morning.
I had the Pfizer first vaccination, Pfizer second vaccination. I went to get the booster shot Saturday, and a registered nurse recommended I got the Moderna. So I got the Moderna. Was she telling me the truth? I'm going to be okay doing it that way. She said the CDC recommended it.
The CDC is recommending that regardless of which vaccine you got the first time, that you get a booster with the Moderna, because the Moderna is the most potent vaccine. It gives higher antibody levels. So if you were smart enough and lucky enough listening to Dr. Collier, you got the Moderna out front. But if you did not, then the recommendation is that now mixing and matching them, that getting a booster with either the one that you got the first time or the Moderna. But don't get, if you say, for instance, if you got Pfizer, don't get the Johnson & Johnson. That just makes no clinical or scientific sense. So yes, the Moderna is the most potent vaccine. It is recommended that you get your booster with the Moderna, regardless of which one your original vaccinations were made with.
Did that last guy sound like he worked at the Red House?
That was Dr. Rich. That was Dr. Richard Agnoid. Pastor Richard Agnoid calling in. Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
I can be reached on all social media at AskASK Dr. MJ, and these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, or its production crew. But do your research, find out what's going on in the world, and make sure that you listen to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show for your coronavirus updates and updates about all of your healthcare issues.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time, y'all. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
What up, brother? How are you, man?
Man, slow motion, man. Happy holidays to you, bro.
Happy holidays to you, too, man. I want to celebrate a couple of people today, man, and talk about something I think is very serious. The first thing is, Rock, are you there, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, is it me, or are we not truly recognizing in all of this coach movement in the NCAA how big it is to have a black coach that is now the second highest paid coach in the NCAA?
That's a big deal.
Melvin Tucker, who I actually went to high school with, he's from Cleveland, went to Cleveland Heights High School. Big up, Melvin. I'm so proud of this brother. And I was proud of him before this contract. But to be in the Big Ten and get a 10-year contract at $95 million is something that is so unusual for a black coach in college football, because normally they give us a year and a half to get things right, and if we don't, we out.
Michigan State, baby.
Oh, listen, man, for Michigan State to make this kind of commitment says a lot about Melvin Tucker, and I think people have celebrated him a lot for this season at Michigan State, but people forget, man, he was the interim head coach at the Carolina Panthers. This dude was a defensive coordinator in the NFL. And so he brought to Michigan State a track record of excellence, of mastery, of seriousness. Man, I don't even know if Melvin smiles more than once a week. But big up to this brother, because he is creating a pathway for the multitude of black coaches that are out there doing an amazing job to get real contracts with real commitments from these institutions, which often we don't get. Second thing that I want to talk about, Rick, and I'm sure that you have talked about this to some degree, is I just am at a loss for the loss of Virgil Abloh. I mean, when I think about, many people know Off-White and still don't know who Virgil is. But when you think about this 41-year-old brother who was able to go to the highest levels of high fashion and still have a level of connectivity and authenticity and integrity to the culture, just doesn't happen all the time. And he was celebrated, and so it wasn't as if people didn't give him his roses before he passed at the young age of 41, but his brilliance and his humanity. Anyone that I think who came in contact with him, you not only realized how brilliant and talented was, you also realized what a human being he was and how much he cared about people. And that leads me to my last thing, Rick, because we talked almost a year ago about Chadwick Boseman, who passed away from cancer at a young age. This brother was 41 years old. And Rick, you know as well as I do that we, black men in particular, but black people, have higher mortality rates from cancer than anybody else. And we often don't get the screenings that we need. So for those of you that don't know, you can be screened for lung cancer, for breast cancer, for colorectal cancer, for cervical cancer, for prostate cancer, and even for skin cancer. And for black men in particular, it's colon cancer and prostate cancer that we suffer from and die from more than almost anything else. And even breast cancer, there are brothers that have contracted breast cancer. And so, listen, please, brothers, get a screening. And
hey, Jeff.
Yes.
Yeah, and also make sure everybody, men and women, please take 5,000 international units of vitamin D every day for the rest of your life. Vitamin D fights cells that causes cancer.
Yeah. And listen, brother, we could go through a whole list of dietary changes that all of us need to make to reduce our chances of getting cancer and having the kind of bodies that know how to fight cancer. I think I told you, Rick, my dad had 4-stage cancer for 7 years, and I learned how to live watching this brother fight cancer. But listen, sisters, you have such a role in helping us as men do the things we're supposed to do. And so please, if nothing else, make a brother go get a prostate check. We are suffering at a high rate, and I just want to see it end. Those things that are preventable and are screenable. Y'all, I'm about to get out of here. Rick, as always, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate y'all. Have a fantastic Tuesday, and I'll check y'all on Thursday, brother.
Hey, Jeff, appreciate you again, man. One more time for the people in the back, let everybody know how you could be reached.
Man, y'all can just go to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show because I don't have no social media right now. I'm tired of it.
I ain't mad at you, Jeff.
Hey, you keeping it all the way.
Take that break sometime.
Taking a break, man. I'm just taking a break.
I know, right? All right, y'all.
You can't find me on social. You can go to my LinkedIn.
You don't have Black Planet or MySpace? Nothing?
Yeah, something.
Hey, no, that's my secret stuff, man. That's where the aunties at.
Right. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, Roxy. 9 to be your hip-hop station. Damn it. I said what I said. That is.
Come on now.
You know. I'm about to mess you up, right? That's the first song we played when our morning show started.
Come on, dog.
When we first went on the air after we came off the praise break, that was the first song played on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wow. And that was the first time I did a break. 97.9 The Beat, your hip-hop station. Here's Trill. Oh, my God. 15 years ago, Dallas, Texas. Oh, man.
That's when it was Rickey Smiley Morning Show
and these nuts. And man, big shout out our former general manager, Sean Nunn.
Yes, sir.
Who really believed in us. OPD, Candy, and what's her name? Lisa Fontaine?
Absolutely.
Man, I don't know where she is, but I absolutely love her, man. I didn't even have my car when I first moved to Dallas, and she was the intern, and she came by and picked me up every morning and gave me a ride to the radio station. And she was producing the morning show. She was so nice and kind. Every time I hear that song, I always think about her. She was Latino?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, she was Latino, and she would always be in the other room working there, and she would always drop me back off at my hotel before I even got my apartment, man. That was just the best days of radio, just trying to fill this thing out, man. Hair Crack running the board. We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for Hair Crack. He's doing his morning show, the Morning Hustle now. So proud of him. And I'm talking about back in the day, Vita Loca. It was a whole lot.
Sister Sandra.
Yeah, Sister Sandra. It was a lot of fun, man, and just
back when Gary wasn't allowed in the studio but once a week.
Right. Right. And then he started doing Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then it went to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I got both like, no, he gonna do it every day.
Won't he do it?
Yeah, and so just to know that I just played that song. It's so sentimental to this morning show. That was actually the first song, the first few weeks, karaoke night at Maxwell's.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Maxwell's.
The best days of radio ever. And shout out to the whole 97.9 The Beat family. That's our sister station. But we right now we're on 94.5 Dallas, Texas. Kiki. Is Kiki on?
Yes.
Kiki, is that your song right there? What it is, yeah. What's up? Hey, give me your number and I'll call. I'll follow that ass in the mall. Hey.
People was following me all the time.
Kiki, you dancing right now?
Wait, I'm twerking on my butt. I'm twerking on the butt.
Okay. Don't run out of breath, Kiki.
She in her own world.
Let me find out you out there twerking with some kitty heels on.
Boy, bye.
I never forget, I went to Dallas Gentlemen one time, man. Chick was in there stripping with some church shoes on.
No.
I was like, do you tip her or do you just give her tithes and offering? I didn't know. I ran up in the DJ booth. I said, y'all, I said, shout out. But I said she had them church shoes on. Everybody in the strip club up hit the floor. They were laughing so hard.
Collecting her tips in the offering plate.
Oh, boy, she put her hand over her face and she ran off the stage. Boy, she had on them church shoes. That's one of them first ladies.
I taught it.
Them Shirley Caesar ones.
What color was it? Them greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
Had on some all-white kitty heels and some black stockings up there trying to strip. I sat there.
Mama.
Kiki, I sat there at that stage. I laughed. The tears was rolling.
Was she dancing on? I remember Mama.
If that DJ would have played I Remember Mama, they would have had to take me out of there.
Remember Mama.
Say, Kiki.
In a happy world. They gave us tips in an old greasy bag. It might not have been much. It was more than other strippers had. We passed our lunch. I remember Mama.
I'm dead.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm going to hell.
Kiki, I'm over here crying. I can't believe you done broke out and started singing I Remember Mama by Shirley Caesar.
Hell no. Hell no.
All right, Kiki, real quick. Give us reasons why Thanksgiving was crazy this year. Your top three.
Yeah, top three. Okay, number three, because Thanksgiving was so crazy and messy. My family normally exchange gifts on Thanksgiving because we try to show each other, I appreciate you. How about my cousin gonna buy my grandma that thing off of Amazon, the rose? Bought my grandma a damn rose. My grandma is, you know, girl, you know what the rose do. You know, my grandma laid up at Jackson Memorial Hospital right now. No!
Cover what?
Pull through, Grandma. She done electrocuted herself.
It's a little toy, Ricky.
Oh, the
it's
rose.
It's a lady toy. It's called a rose.
Oh, yeah, they was talking about that. Yeah.
That's our competition.
Give me my flowers while I'm still here.
And that rose and put grandma in the hospital.
She at Jackson Memorial. If you down there in Miami, go see my grandma. Bring her flowers. Not no damn rose.
Right.
Number two, my Uncle Peaches. You just stop, girl. Stop.
And what number two, Kiki?
Number two, my Uncle Peaches bought his little new boo to the family. To meet
your uncle who?
My Uncle Peaches.
Your Uncle Peaches?
Uncle Peaches?
Yes. Y'all, you know what it is.
Okay.
All right.
That was messy. What's understood don't need to be discussed. You know what it is. Number one. Let me stop playing with y'all. Number one, it was a fight outside because all the damn kids got to go outside and play while the grown-ups eat in the house. One of the damn kids done scratched my homegirl, Fat Tasha, car, playing around that damn car. Now, she tried to get out and fight him, but she couldn't get out. Y'all know she can't. Tasha, you still mad?
You damn right I'm still mad.
Big Tasha, Fat Tasha, what happened?
Because I'm outside eating because they had to bring my food out the door. Because you know I don't get out.
Right.
They done bought everything out to my damn car. First of all, them damn kids thinking this is something being delivered, talking about they go to Amazon truck. Damn it. This is a PT gross. Not no damn Amazon.
Calm down.
Damn, they had a heart attack trying to get out this damn car. If I could have got out, I would have fell on the damn ground because I can't walk. I don't remember last time I walked. I don't remember the last time I damn walked. If I would have got out, I would have failed. Damn it, I would have failed.
Fat Tasha. Them children said they thought that was an Amazon van.
Yeah, somebody on Amazon. Somebody got a delivery.
What you told them, Fat Tasha?
Somebody got a delivery.
And what you told them when they said that? And what you told them when they said it was an Amazon truck? How did you?
This is a PT Cruiser. So damn Amazon. Now they scratched my damn car. The people said they can't fix it with people in the car. I can't get out, so they never gonna fix it.
Just trying to get out.
They need me out my car. I can't get. They gonna probably have to cut me out.
Fat Tasha, let everybody know what to do if they need a ride.
It's the holidays, and I know y'all want to go shopping. So if you need me a ride, I'll drive.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 25 after the hour, y'all. Front page news is being brought to you by America's Best. At America's Best, you never overpay for eyewear. Get 2 pairs and a free quality eye exam for just $69.95. That's right, $69.95 is not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So yesterday, the World Health Organization called the new Omicron variant of COVID-19 a very high global risk to global health. Now, at least 19 countries have reported it. First discovered in South Africa, scientists say that while it's too early to be certain, current treatments appear to still be effective. President Biden says that the Omicron variant, is a cause for concern, but not a cause to panic in the U.S. Now, in other COVID news, the CDC says that all adults should get a booster shot to reduce the threat of Omicron, and Pfizer is planning to apply for approval of its booster for 16 and 17-year-olds. Meanwhile, a federal judge blocked the Biden administration from enforcing the COVID vaccine mandate on thousands of healthcare workers in 10 Republican-led states. Now, in other news, jury selection in the case of former Minnesota police officer charged with the killing of Dante Wright is set to begin today. Kimberly Potter, who pled not guilty after mistaking her gun for a taser, is facing first and second degree manslaughter charges. And last but certainly not least, a big congratulations is in order to civil rights lawyer and friend to the show, attorney Benjamin Crump. St. Thomas University College of Law in Miami Gardens, Florida, has announced the creation of the Benjamin L. Crump Center for Social Justice. The center will be dedicated to creating the pipeline of diverse lawyers who will serve as the next generation of social justice engineers. Congratulations, attorney Ben Crump. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, our sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Appreciate that, Eva for Shiva. Well, we lost another great, Lee Elder, first black golfer to play in the Masters back in 1975. He passed away at the age of 87. Rest in peace to that great right there. Speaking of another great African-American golfer, Tiger Woods finally speaks to the press, man. He says he will play again, but he will not be the same player. Of course, he's still recovering from that bad leg injury he suffered back in February with that car crash that he was in. He's going to pick and choose to play certain tour stops once he gets back out there. So that's the good news. At least we'll see him out there again. Let's talk about, when you're a sports genius like myself, there's certain things that we like to say we're right about when we predict things, but then there's sometimes I hate when I'm right about certain things. Super Dave, what did I say last Friday about offensive coordinator of New York Giants, Jason Garrett?
That he would be fired.
And he was fired when?
Before Thanksgiving. He was the turkey on the table.
Before the day even ended, he was gone, man. I got another couple predictions that I hope I'm wrong about. Russell Wilson is probably done in Seattle. They lost last night.
I thought about that this morning. That ran across my spirit.
He ain't looking like himself. He don't feel like himself. He already was trying to get traded before the season started, man. I listen, he may finish out the season, but he's not going to be in Seattle next year for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? New Orleans Saints is a good stop, possibly.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be a good spot, good fit for him. And another one that I hope I'm wrong about is Cam Newton. I think he's going to be released as the Carolina Panthers. His little 15 minutes of fame is probably going to wear out again. He had a very poor performance this past week. And if he don't get released before this season ends, they'll keep him on as a backup and then release him at the end of the season. I hope I'm wrong about Cam Newton. I'm rooting for the guy, but he got to humble himself. He got to humble himself, man, because even in the post-game interview, he's still not taking responsibility of his own actions. Like, listen, I got to play better. I didn't play good at all. He's saying he's making excuses on why.
Yeah, and we be wanting him to win. For real. He's a great kid. We love Cam Newton.
Yes, sir. So there you go, man. I hope I'm wrong about that, but that's what I got. What's going on, people?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, it's the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. All right, y'all. Yesterday, Ari Lennox claimed that she was arrested after being racially profiled in Amsterdam. Now, she took to Twitter and posted a photo that shows she was at the airport along with the caption, "Racism. Wow. Amsterdam, I'm horrified. I was so happy to travel and this evil woman. I've never experienced racism so blatant." She said, "F Amsterdam, F Kim, never in my life. F Amsterdam security." She said, "They hate black people. I just want to go home and I'll never leave my house again." She later tweeted, "Wow, they're arresting me. I'm being arrested in Amsterdam for reacting to a woman racially profiling me." Hours later, after Ari tweeted she's being arrested, her manager Justin Lamotte tweeted, "Hey everyone, Ari is safe and appreciates the support and everyone for checking on her." Now, what led to Ari's arrest, they being held for aggressive behavior towards an airline official. The site also said that she was being held because she was drunk in public. And a spokesperson said, "Our unit found a woman full of emotions that wouldn't calm down. That's why she had to be taken into custody." Now, no word on if Ari has been released from custody yet, but I'm sure we'll hear something about this, and then I'll keep y'all posted. All right, y'all, moving on. The Real Housewives of Potomac star Candace Dillard Bassett does not approve of Nicki Minaj's fan base going after her husband, Chris Bassett. Now, both Nicki and her Barbs have expressed their disdain for Chris's response to the way Nicki questioned Candace's budding music career on Union. Now, Candace claims that Nicki's minions, along with viewers, didn't understand actually what happened on set. So this is what Candace says. She says, "So what I want to make clear is that because a lot of people are saying, well, Chris was out of line for being upset with Nicki for the way she questioned her and he needs to chill. Well, she said, when Chris came over to me, the cameras were on because they're always rolling. We were still mic'd and our sound was still on, as it always is. But we were transitioning from one segment to another, mine with Nicki to the husband's." She went on to say, "So he didn't storm the stage. He was out there because we were getting ready to shoot the husband's segment. He was not declaring anything to the cast, to Andy, to production. He was simply expressing to his wife that he was discontent based on what he had just seen." Candace, she explained that the private conversation between herself and Chris got way blown out of proportion, and the only reason why viewers were able to hear the conversation was due to the equipment still being on. So I don't know if y'all saw that, but I think...
Yeah.
What you say, Gary?
You know, we saw it. Now, my thing is, honey, he didn't say nothing wrong.
I don't think so either.
For them to be getting all mad and but I will say this much. I was a little disappointed with Nicki Minaj, honey. You need to eat your Jolly Ranchers, honey, before you go on and host an event. Her tongue was all red and everything, honey. You don't have no red tongue hosting no event like that on national TV.
Why are you looking at her tongue, yeah?
Because we got to look at her tongue. She opened her mouth. She shouldn't have ate that candy before she went on that hosting that
Gary,
event.
come on now. You can eat some candy
Like
now.
she had some fun dip.
It ain't like
Yes,
she was
Ricky, you
chewing
don't
gum.
do that. You need a clear tongue.
It ain't like it was blue.
Y'all know they added an extra flavor to that fun dip.
Oh, really?
That ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. That
fun dip.
That fun dip is everything, boy.
That
When
fun
you
dip
eat the
and
little
that
stick thing,
the little stick at the end. I'm telling y'all, man. Yeah, maybe we got a whole fun dip fan club over here.
Yeah.
Love some fun dip, Gary. You don't like fun dip, Gary?
Oh, yeah, I love fun dip, but y'all need to
That's why you got started.
All right now.
Lord have mercy.
Let the church say amen.
Amen. And amen.
Gary, you gonna leave Nicki alone because she did her job. She did a great job.
She did a good job. I think what we saw, the husbands, they were on before that segment happened. So what we saw that made it look like he was storming the stage after the fact, but they showed it in reverse. Like the husbands, they switched it. The editing switched it up. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I get what she was saying, but I think Nicki did a great job, and it is what it is. And I think Chris has the right to say whatever he wants to his wife, you know. Right. But they also need to keep in mind, anytime y'all filming the show, you are always mic'd. What you do, you unplug that little box if you got something private to say. If you go to the bathroom, if you do anything. You finish taping, unplug that mic. Then you won't forget. It has to be a rule that you make sure you do that, because they're entitled to use whatever they want to because you signed those papers. Oh. All right, y'all, we gonna wrap up the hot note. We're gonna wrap up the hot spot right there on that note. And coming up next, we got Talk It Out Tuesday with Yanetta Spring, and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Unetta Spring.
All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it's Talk It Out Tuesday right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Y'all, please help me welcome our therapy expert, licensed professional counselor, Unetta Spring. Unetta, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How y'all doing this morning?
Man, we doing good. It is the last Tuesday of the month, November. That's right, November. What do you have for us this morning?
I've enjoyed talking with y'all about boundaries this month, and I really hope listeners are becoming clear on areas where they need to exercise their no. So I want to check in with everybody about these holidays because we just got through the holidays, and I think the holidays are a great way to test the efficacy of your boundaries. One thing I want to stress is boundaries are not something you can set and forget, right? Boundaries are a lifelong process, okay? We'll be doing this for the rest of our lives, y'all. But our boundaries, they got to be reviewed, relaxed, and sometimes they need to be reinforced. I'll go with the 3 R's, right? So reviewing a boundary really is dependent on how you feel now. Because one thing I want to stress is we grow, we heal. Sometimes we can become comfortable with something that we weren't comfortable with before. And when that happens, it's okay to relax a boundary. Something that bothered you, it might not be a big deal or a deal breaker for you. And that's okay. It just needs to be communicated. Right. So, as we grow and evolve, know that it's okay to relax your boundary when what you established before isn't relevant for your life now. Okay. Another thing to understand is that, sometimes our boundaries have to be reinforced because we can have a boundary relapse. So boundary relapse means you got comfortable, with the way things were, or you thought, hey, it's okay, this person is fine. And then they came and they kind of tested that boundary, or they violated you in some way. Again, you reverted back to old behavior. And in that case, just like with substance abuse, there's a lot of information that we can gain from a relapse. We got to be able to explore what made us go back and kind of relax that boundary and reestablish it if we need to. So a few reasons why you may have a boundary relapse is, number one, you thought the person changed, right? Or you thought maybe you changed. You got caught up in a fantasy of like the pre-existing relationship and you stopped looking at the reality of what was in front of you, okay? Or it could be because keeping the boundary just became too taxing for you and it started wearing you down, Whatever the case may be, if you experience a boundary relapse, no, it's okay. You just need to go back and reinforce that boundary again. And that can mean having a conversation, reviewing what the relationship dynamics look like, and just acknowledging your regression of that boundary. Whatever it is, it's all right if you have that happen. Just know you can always jump back into a boundary.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you ever had that happen, where you relaxed the boundary and then was like, oh, man, that's not going to work,
Well, yeah, when people get to a point where they start taking advantage of something, like my little simple boundaries, like cell phones at the dinner table, and then, maybe for lunch or whatever, if the kids sitting around with sandwiches, you kind of let them get their cell phones, then they bring the cell phone back to the dinner table where you don't allow, and then the cell phone start ringing while somebody's trying to bless the food, and then you have to go back to no cell phones at the table at all, even during sandwich time. You are absolutely correct on relaxing boundaries, and then sometimes it's okay into the boundaries. It just depending on the situation. Right. Right.
Yeah, and we want to give ourselves room to do that because sometimes we can get so stuck in a boundary that we don't give ourselves room to grow, and we don't give other people room to grow with us. So just knowing that you're not stuck to any set way of doing things, and it's okay to come in and out of boundaries if you need to.
There it is, man. This Talk It Out Tuesday segment is not meant to be a replacement for actually going to therapy. Y'all need to go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? But it is a great place to start thinking about it. And you can always get more information on Unetta's website, bringforthcounseling.org. Unetta, thank you so much. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all go to springforthcounseling.org. Hit her up. She'll hit you back, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.